All right, people, Catfish Dave here. Come into a little, it's not bad luck, it's something that happens every year, and that is the skipjack I was on from March all the way up until last video have dispersed. So they're moving back down into the lakes, and what's going to happen is they're just going to start hitting this fry there for about 2 months, and they're going to be really hard to catch. I went below one of the dams, tried to get some, and all I got was white bass. Now, because all I got was white bass, and I really don't know where to get skipjack right now, I've got a trip coming up Sunday with somebody, and all of a sudden, what I've been wearing the fish out on, I can't get. Now, last time I pulled white bass in Chickamauga, they would not touch it down there. They would hardly touch chicken down there. So I'm here. I spent several hours trying to come up with some gizzard shad, and I got maybe 10, a couple decent ones. A lot of them are these puny old Fort Loudon size, but that's going to be emergency for when my trip comes Sunday. But what I want to do is I want to see if these fish are going to hit white bass. So, because I know where to get more and get some fresh by them. So, that's all I want to do here. I've got about an hour before dark, and I just want to see if these white bass are going to work, or if I need to keep riding down river trying to find some skipjack. This is one of those baits. It depends on what lake you're in and what day you're on that lake. It's not always a good bait. Sometimes it's the best bait you could use, but that's kind of the way it is with chicken. And here I have had no luck on chicken this year other than one 30-pound fish. The good thing about this white bass is it is extremely tough, and you don't need a lot of it. You sure don't. It's very tough. Stays on the hook great. Trying to find my clippers. These do have real nasty fins on them that could keep you from getting a hook set. So on a white bass, I actually trim the fins. Hard, bony things. I just go ahead and trim them all up while I'm here. Even the bottom ones. Don't have time to try shallow or deep. I'm gonna have to do just one, so I'm going deep. If this pans out, I'll make another trip before my actual trip to see if the shallow bite is better than the deep bite. The bad thing about my trip, besides not having fresh skipjack, is it's gonna be on a Sunday, and the boat traffic's already ridiculous on the weekdays this time of year. It's middle of June. Let's get some bait out. I'm gonna throw, I've just got 3 rods here because my other one ain't tied up. So we're gonna throw 2 on boards, 1 down the center. This last hour before dark. Y'all, I've actually only got 2 tied up right now. So it looks like we're just gonna run 2 till I get something else tied up. Got a big yacht slowly cruising down here, about right in my course. Okay, we don't need a lot of line out here because I've only got 2 rods, so. Yeah, this old Garmin's gonna take a minute to figure out what it's doing. If that was my mini coda, it would have made a straight line for the course and then went up. This thing appears to be taking an angle kind of going towards it, and it's really taking its time about that. I'm not a big fan of all this technology, blah, blah, blah stuff. My Minn Kota was simple and much cheaper, unless you go with the brushless, of course, and this is a brushless. So now I'm wondering if I'm going to have a collision problem with this yacht that's just easing down my way right in my course. Like I say, I've got some shad. I don't want to use it. That shad was hard to catch, man. I spent 3 hours out there trying to get 10 gizzard shad out of this lake. Our bait situation is terrible here. It's kind of like the fish situation. Don't need a bunch out. Let me go ahead and get some hooks and retie some lines here. Like I say, this is not a super serious trip. It's mainly trying to see if I can catch fish on this white bass in this lake. Because in Chickamauga, where I was on all them good fish for several videos, they wouldn't touch it. They wanted nothing to do with the white bass. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the smallest, most worthless shad, and I'm gonna put it on the middle rod just to see if this is getting a ton of bites while the other gets nothing. We'll just see. I hate to waste a shad. I may have to take another day or just take all day to try to net enough shad. I could drive into Alabama, have the boat in the water for 5 minutes and have enough, but probably be less time to drive to Alabama and do it. A lot more miles on the vehicle, but I would come back with bait. We'll run one gizzard shad down the center here. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, we got a drag puller. We got a drag puller. Yep. We got a drag puller. Yes, we do. I've got that other line going out, letting it all out. I hope he don't get in it. Trying to stop this boat a second. Well, y'all, we got hit on this old white bass. Let me at least stop down to 0.2. So I'm not fighting too much, because this feels like a decent fish. Trying to drink my water. Yeah, this feels good, man. I'm assuming my camera is on because the screen is blank. It's hot. I'm gonna stand up in a minute here. This thing's feeling good. I wanted to drink some more water, but he's wanting to get into this gizzard shad line here. See what we got coming up here. He pulls some drag going out. Now he's just kind of being lazy. We'll know more when we get him beside the boat. You know what? It feels decent. Feels decent. Man, I want to drink that water. Of course, I'm going to need a net for this fish, and my net's in the floor. This feels good. So far. See what we've got here. I see something. That's a decent fish. Sure is. It's a decent one. It's kind of scarred up on his tail for a post-spawn stuff. Yeah. That's a good fish for this lake. Oh. Good fish for this lake. All right, y'all. Like I say, it's the bigger fish. If you're going to get a bite on this white bass, get in here. I've got way too much line out. He's in there. Yeah. There we go. Old white bass chunk. Trying to see where I got this fish. 44 foot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nice fish for old Fort Lousy. All beat up from the spawn. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I believe we just got hit on that shad. Little subtle dinky bite. Right. We'll get the sun out of the camera. It's not a bad fish for this lake. Yeah. Old post-spawn, kind of beat up looking fish. I love that music they play on those wake boats. It's my favorite. That's what I play when I'm at the house. There's a reason they're called wake boats. Even rocking that old big boat over there. I think those kind of boats ought to be illegal. Dag blasted wake boats, man. That's what got him, old chunk of white bass. And it was a deeper fish, 45 foot. Well, that gives me a little faith in the white bass, at least in Fort Loudon, for this weekend. And I know I can catch those, so. I'm not a big fan of gizzard shad in the summer. Yeah, see there? He took it off. He sure did. Small fish pulled it right off there. So either way, I've got just as many bites on the white bass. So I'm just going to leave this out. I can catch the white bass easier than I can net them shad right now. So I'll leave the shad in the cooler. We're going to spend the last couple minutes here. I'm about over my course here, so I'm just going to self-guide the boat along this ledge here. You gonna eat it? You gonna eat it? Yep, he's gonna eat it. On the white bass. On the white bass. Okay, y'all, I know where I'm fishing. They will eat it in this lake. And I know where I can catch it right now, so. He's swimming right into that middle line. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, don't do that. You done it. He done it. Is he in it? Get out of it. Would surprise me if he got that. No, he didn't. Smaller fish, but hey, they're hitting white bass, you know. Did he get it off there? He sure did. It's rare they get that stuff off the hook, but he got it. He sure did. Very skinny post-spawn fish. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over. We've got about 15 more minutes to fish because I like to get, I'm not going to set lights up on this boat. Just going to get back to the ramp. So we'll give it another 15. Pulling along this ledge. Small bite on the shad over there. On the shad midsection. Right on the ledge. Let's pop him. Get it over with. We got him on there. If we do, I can't feel much. He got it jacked up where I couldn't hook him though. Well, all right, y'all. I don't want to have to set my lights up and I don't want to get run over. So I spent most of the afternoon looking for shad because I did not know if I was going to do any good on this white bass. So in the last hour of the day, we pulled through here and the two fish we caught were on white bass. I missed two small fish on gizzard shad. So it looks like the better fish prefer the white bass. The small ones prefer the gizzard shad. And so I'm gonna go out tomorrow and get some fresh white bass for Sunday's trip. And I'll just keep to this lake right here. Just doing a little experimenting, pre-fishing. When I couldn't get fresh skipjack, I was a little nervous because down in Chickamauga, they wouldn't touch it, so. Just a short video, good one for the Catfish or Cool channel. This is a video, there was fish in the video, that makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.